Coming up next, the AG, Eric Garland, is to make a statement of why they raided Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Will he lie? Will he tell the truth? What do you think he'll say? Well, to your first here. I can't upload to YouTube, so it's going to Vimeo. Facebook decided I can't. I was in jail, and YouTube decided that they didn't like my content. They took it all down. So I moved to Vimeo. If you like it, you can see it on Vimeo.
This announcement was made.
It'll be under Mayor A.G. Garland makes a statement.
20 minutes past that now.
Thank you to all the Patriots for YouTube. Sorry, YouTubers. You have to follow me over there on Vimeo, because I will not use YouTube no more. And Facebook's going to be next, and Twitter too, if they start blocking us. You know, it's bullshit that they can just take my constitutional right away of free speech. And you should be pissed off about it too. So soon, right now they're on a commercial. It's supposed to be at 3 o'clock, but they're dragging their feet because they probably don't know what to say. But I will upload it to TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, and Truth Social when it's done, the video. So if you want to watch it, follow me over there. And Vimeo too, of course. Thank you, Patriots, for watching. Be safe, love you as all, and keep the faith. They're just trying to get Donald Trump on anything they can, but they're not going to find nothing. Meanwhile, Joe Biden and his son take off on Air Force One. Did you see that? They got something on Biden and they don't want us to know what it is. That's why they raided his house. By the way, there's a funny video on some of the social about the FBI going into Melania's closet and wearing her underwear and going through her clothes. Look at that if you've seen it, or if you want to have a laugh. It's not funny, but it is. Sorry, Melania. I have to admit, I'd sniff your underwear too. She's the best looking first lady we ever had or ever will have. Sorry, Donald. No offense, but she is gorgeous.
I think that there are two sides to look at this. We have to fill in the facts that
still waiting. They're still dragging her feet, so I hate. Sorry that's so long.
And Martha, the Justice Department and the FBI like to say they steer clear of politics, but we're less than 90 days from midterm elections.
But as soon as they bring it to you,
so
I'll bring it to you.
To think that we are political free, apolitical at this point, particularly in this town, Washington,
I'll show you the screen for a little bit while you're waiting.
It's her wood, Mike.
I hope I don't have to go to part 2. If I do, I'll let you know.
Conditioned to watch these situations and to hear that in some situations you're too close to an election to take action or to investigate someone who is close to the president or who is running for president, right? And I think people feel like there are different standards at play for who gets investigated and who doesn't inside certain windows around elections. So they hear both sides using these sort of prescriptive norms, and they wonder, what is at work in terms of the politics behind it. And sadly, everything becomes colored by that when you watch it. We all want to live in a country where Lady Justice wears a blindfold, and that's the way most of us were raised. We've seen too many moments, though. You think about Jim Comey coming out and going through a statement similar, we're about to hear a statement from Attorney General. He was director of the FBI. That certainly sounded like some charges were coming for Hillary Clinton, for anybody who listened to that statement closely. But at the end, no, nobody would prosecute this case, was what we heard. So I just put that out there as an example, not that it's analogous to what we're watching right now, but in terms of the way people listen to these things framed. And I just think, unfortunately, it has aroused a lot of concerns about how it all works, who gets by, who gets off, who doesn't, in all of these situations. And I think it's very sad. I think most Americans think it's very sad that we live in a country where so much of this is colored. So let's see what he has to say. Let's listen to the statement. Let's see what the underlying evidence is when we get that opportunity as well, and let's judge it fairly based on what we've got here.
Right, Jonathan Turley was joining us a short time ago on the breaking news as we were anticipating the AG. The Newsweek reports that Garland was not asked to approve of this raid on Mar-a-Lago. He went on to say Garland is portrayed in that piece as a virtual pedestrian as this raid unfolded in Florida. Sources at the DOJ seem intent on making it known.
All right, folks, I can't hold the camera up there that long. So when they come and they show you him, I'll put it back on the screen. But for right now, we're going to put it on the floor.
If that's the case, boy, it's hard to believe that the Attorney General
It's supposed to be at 3 o'clock.
DOJ is not aware of a raid of a
But, you know, they got to get all their lies together
moment in American history.
and what they can and cannot tell the public, because they know that it's a big deal. And I know you heard the breaking news about the FBI being active shooter tonight. And I looked at Ivanka Trump's page on Twitter, and she said, I bet you they have a MAGA hat on. And she's probably right. Couldn't get him on the insurrectionists? Let's get him on something else.
Taken from the White House. Those investigators then toured the area in Mar-a-Lago where some of the documents were stored, then briefly viewed and took custody of a small amount, as we remember, about 15 boxes of documents from Mar-a-Lago at the time.
It was okay for Obama, though, to take stuff out about Hillary and stuff. He didn't get raided.
They had concerns about the storage room. They said, you need to put a lock on that storage room. That's better than the lock you have.
But Donald Trump's one that he gets raided. Nobody else has got raided. Hunter Biden's doing crack and hookers. That's okay.
There was cooperation,
but not Joe Biden, the big guy. He can't get raided.
But at some point that breaks down.
Because they know they lost and they stole the election. And they're going to get figured out, and the whole country is going to be upset.
There's a lot in between the part where they go,
I think all Americans have lost all respect for the FBI, CIA, and IRS at this point in time. And the presidents, they're all a bunch of liars too. Except for Donald Trump, he showed us the way. So keep the faith.
A document or presidential documents, there have been disputes between outgoing administrations and the folks at the National Archives for years.
All right, folks, I guess I'm going to have to give you a video too. I'm not going to sit here and waste my space. See you on video too. Peace out. Thanks, Patriots, for watching.